Damn.
Hello, lovely, it's your girl JK. I'm so excited. Welcome to another episode of Inside Nollywood Conversations, guys. Brought to you from Inside Nollywood, of course. Today I have an amazing guest, a phenomenal one at that. He's a Nollywood actor and filmmaker, and that is Anthony Nwahiri. I hope I got that right. Today we're going to be talking about acting beyond passion. But before we talk about the topic or the discussion for today, I want us to get to know this gifted and talented man. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, madam.
Good
Good
to have
morning,
you on
Adejoke.
a
Good to have you
excited
too.
what a warn after we've been planning to have this show for so long. Guys, do you know how important this man is? It took me like a whole month to get him to come on the show. So tell us about your educational background. Where did you have your education?
Okay, let's start from the primary axis. I went to Select International School, secondary, Rebecca Model College, and my university was Futo, Federal University of Technology, Nwahiri. Studied agricultural economics.
Okay, nice. All right. So this whole acting thing, sometimes when I see your movies, is as though you've been acting from your mother's womb. So tell us your history. At what point did you decide that you wanted to be an actor?
Okay, first things first, we always have to, our talents, most of our talents is they start from church. So it's all from church. You understand? When we ask all this stuff, maybe, hey,
Church.
yeah, from church
From
thing. All those pastor and devil fighting, fire, fire, kill the devil stuff. So that's where we started from. Then the time came, I was doing stuff for my dad. And a friend of mine was like, bro, you just sitting here helping your dad. Try and do something for yourself. I said, okay, what can I do? I was looking for a job, no job. And I said, okay, fine. There's this audition coming up. You can be an actor. I'm like, man, acting stuff. I'm not ready for that stuff, man. And he gave me one or two encouragement and I went into it. And that was where I started from. So my first job was Mr. Wonderful. That was my first, yeah, TFS. Played the role T Money, a Yahoo guy, trying to persuade Makaila to join my stuff. Yeah.
okay, so this is a question that I love to ask most of the time because um, there are different impressions about the question. How do you get character? I've seen you. You're a very passionate actor. Sometimes you have to take NSC or How do you take into character and then interpret your roles amazingly? Tell us about it.
Oh, okay. For the character interpretations, first, I won't lie to you. Whatever I do, first of all, I tell God about it. And getting to interpret the character is something that sometimes too, I think it has to do with the writer. Sometimes I also talk about the writer because first things first, I do my background check on the character I'm trying to get into before I embrace it. Like the last job that's now airing on Showcase, which is there's this job I did with Showcase that's airing now. Before I could get into the character, I had to do a background check on the character first before getting to the character, which it was to me, I call it a demonic role because it made me go to a very dark place I've never been before, whereby I can't even smile. Like, yeah, it was crazy. It was really crazy. So getting to character, it requires you having a good background check on the person you're trying to portray. And after that, I have to go into my safe space and I tell myself, right now, you're no longer Anthony Nwahiri. You are this character. Like Slum King, I was playing the role of Afefe, and I told myself, you are no longer Anthony Nwahiri. You are now Afefe. You are the beast of Slum King. Become this person now. And immediately I went on set, I could not recognize myself again. So yeah, it's just my little ritual, though, Sha. Why the rest is background talk? No talk, I hear, no worry.
Okay, about Slum King because you performed magic in the movie. So tell us how the audition was. How were you selected? Because Honestly, you're perfect for the role. And I want to know what it was like for you to be a part of it. What did you feel like when you were called, when you saw the script, and all that?
All right, fine. Slum King, first of all, I want to say a big shout out to Showcase, man. That job is mad. It's crazy. It took a lot from us. It took blood, sweat, and tears from us because it has to do with a lot of sequence fight scenes and the rest of it. So, first things first, the audition came. It was a closed door audition, which I happened to get the call from one of the people from the production house where I had an email and I went for the audition. And we were like, when I saw the names of people there, first of all, I was like, man, are you sure you can get this people? Like, wow, these guys are people in the top places, like, and you're trying to fight for this one role with them. Mm. So fine and good. We started the audition. And after the audition, there's one thing I like about my director, Mr. Dimeji Ajibola. He's somebody that even if he wants you, he's not going to show it. You might think like probably like man, this man doesn't like me, he doesn't want me in his job and all. So I was in a job and I got a mail and they said, congratulations, sir, you're to play the role of FA. Please send so and so stuff. I was like, no, and this man, the way he looked at me, I knew I wasn't going to get the role. So how come am I getting this role? So when we called, did everything, signed every necessary document, and boom, I was in Slum King. Yeah, that was it.
How did that make you feel, like being on Slum King? Like, what was your expression? Were you excited about it? Did you feel, oh man, this is a huge challenge for me, or you just wanted to be a part of it right away?
Okay, first things first, when I got the call back and I got the script, so like 3 days to filming, I got a call sheet. And there's this ritual I normally do with myself, which is when I got a call sheet, I looked at every actor that was going to be playing with me, and I did every background check on everybody. Like first time, this is my first time being on set with Toby Bakri. My first time being with Brutus, who played 2x4. First time being with Taye Amiwaru, and first time being with this guy from the Johnson, that was the office officer Popo. It was the first time being on set with him and some of them too. So I had to do background check on everybody. You understand? So that when I get on set with them, it doesn't look new to me, how they act, how they behave. So when I got on set, it was business for me. It was real business for me because first I and my gang we had fun with it. We had to have our own handshake, whereby we shake and we stuff like that. Then me and Imole, then Kazim, Olarutimi, yeah, we had to have our own handshake and also it meant business to us. So um something to me, it was more than a job to me for real. It was like God telling you, son, this is one of the breakthroughs I've been wanting to give to you. Don't screw it up. Don't mess it. Don't mess it up. Yeah.
Fantastic. So tell us a little bit about your most challenging movie you've ever done. That movie where you saw the script and you asked yourself that, like your head first spin when you see the script. What was that movie for you? What would you say is the most challenging movie you've done, or the role, whichever?
All right. First things first. Let's say every actor has their comfort zone. You understand the roles that they're very comfortable playing. And for me, playing the bad guy role has been one of my most comfortable zone ever. But I was approached one time to play a particular role, and that role it's um it's a Christian movie that has the likes of
Okay.
Tony Mez, Zakoji, and some other A-list actors in the veterans in the industry. So I played the role of a guy who his mom was very sick, who has lost his dad. The movie made me cry a lot. It clipped my wings from being are you mad, you crazy stuff a guy to sorry sir, please sir, help my mom crying and all. Man, oh man, no, 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 I won't forget that stuff. It's to the point like I cried and I couldn't feel my eyes again. I had tears, 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 and to the point I was like, ah, God, man, it's getting out of hand. I'll tell the director, like, please, sir, can I just have like 20 minutes break? Let me have ice blocks on my eyes because I was crying too much. And I was feeling so depressed because, yes, to a point, I lost my mom in 2020. So it gave me so many, it brought back so many feelings, so many emotions I had to put into that movie. In this case, it's the reverse is the case now, which you are in the midst of, I lost my mom in the real life sense, but in the movie, I lost my dad. So I had
Wow.
to like switch them both and say, okay, fine. In this case, it's still my mom I lost, but it's my dad. So I remember how my mom died, everything I put into that movie. So sometimes my tears are not just tears of the movie, just tears of me remembering how much she died and everything. So it was a very challenging stuff for me. Sometimes when I get home, I have to remember my mom. I sometimes I cry to bed. You understand? Who say, ah, this tall guy they cry. Man, I they cry you. So it was one of the most challenging. The one job is confessional sale, and it's a true life story, because we have the Reverend Father who actually told us the whole story, the Reverend Father being arrested because he was trying to, because this confessional, they do this confession stuff. So there's a confessional seal that has between the priest and the person who is confessing. So the person, after the confessing and everything, you don't have any right to spill what anybody has confessed to you. That's
Oh,
confession seal. Yeah.
wow. You just mentioned how this particular challenging role puts you in a place mentally. So, how do you snap out of character? There's a difference between getting into character and snapping out of character to your person. How long does it take
Mm.
you to do that?
Like there was a time I did a job. Let me start with that one. There was a time I did a job where I had to become a beast, like no feelings, nothing. And when I called home, I called my brothers. I was talking to them, and they're like, "Ah, bro, why are you sounding like this?" I said, "Bro, don't worry." I called the call. And I told them I'm not coming back home. I had to stay at the hotel for that full day.
Wow.
You know, start playing some good romantic songs, trying to get back my romantic feelings, trying to
Wow.
exactly let me calm things down. Like for me, when I was about leaving the church from the job, because after I finished the job, the grandfather gave me a chaplet. So I went to where they normally pray. I prayed and I told God, God, I don't want to lose my family again. Because to me, I felt so many things, police station stuff, beatings, and I said, God, I don't want to be in any of this again. So how I normally snap out of character, first I first before I get the script, I envision how long it's going to take me to be in this character. And I start looking first of all for the solution before even the job starts happening. First, what's that thing that I need to do to make me sane after this job so that I don't end up becoming what I'm not? I've seen people that end up, they don't smoke in real life, but they said
Yeah,
smoking on the job and it became their thing and so on
exactly.
and so forth. You understand? So I try to make sure that I don't become that person. Even to a point where I start, going on YouTube. I go for some therapy sometimes. I have some all these harmonies on my phone that I listen to. That when I sleep, it's unlocks some certain places in my heart and my mind that have located for a while. So yeah, that's how I try to snap up from things. Yeah.
That takes a lot. Out there, people believe that actors are just enjoying, like your work is play. They do not really see that there's a lot that goes into acting, right?
There's a
You've
whole
already
lot.
to ask, which is, have you ever been in a situation where you play the character and you see yourself in real life still exhibiting that same attributes? You know how you said you're a bad boy normally in most movies because so however you already said there was a time you were sounding like that and you had to bring yourself back to normal, and you
Yes,
like, I'm playing this role but I'm already acting this person. What was it like for you? Was there another scenario? Can you share with us?
yes, yeah. There's this job I just finished now with Kemi Adetiba. Big ups to her. It will soon be out. To kill a monkey. That job.
Okay.
It's crazy though. We had to speak in a certain way.
Okay.
And to a point, I went to the next job I was in and I was speaking that way. So my friend had to call me. A guy called me and said, "Guy, come on, are you from this state?" I said, "No." He said, "Guy, you're speaking like them. Like, why?" I was like, no, 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 no. I don't speak like them. Say, oh, Nigerians, so I just go to. He said, no, guy, try come out from that thing. You don't get that place again. So at the point in time, sometimes like maybe I want to say like, wow, this shoe. Then the guy will look at me. I said, okay, 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 okay. So sometimes it takes. It's just like taking something away from somebody. It takes time. So after a while, boom, I become me. Yeah. I think it's not just all about I can take my scripts, I can say my lines. It has to do a lot with it's mental stuff. It has to do a lot with mental stuff. Like I heard Chidimoke saying something about Shantytown. He said sometimes he didn't have to take his bath. Yeah, he didn't have to take a bath. Sometimes he has to smoke and smoke and smoke. So most times when we see all these things, we're like, okay, fine, we can do it, but it's hard. It's crazy.
Actually
It's really, really
hard.
crazy. I remember this movie, which I don't want to say the name. I I was about lifting somebody up, and the person had this dummy knife. It's a dummy knife. It's not sharp. It's blunt. So when I lifted the guy up, I think as the guy was trying to like gain his balance in air, he dragged the knife down me. It was blunt. I didn't feel it. So when I got home, I was like taking my bath. Immediately I wanted to I just felt the pain there. Looked at it, swole, red, and I'm like, it's part of the job.
Wow.
Sometimes we miss our fight sequence. Fight sequence is whereby you have like maybe two, three, four punches, and this is how you have to go, go, go. Sometimes we miss the sequence, and when the person is coming without force like this, and you're going here, you hit the punch, and sometimes you bleed. That's the job.
So for everybody out there that is watching Inside Hollywood Conversations today, you want to be an actor. It's not an easy thing. It's not just about the glam. Every guys are always wearing fine clothes, out there on the
Man,
billboard carpets, on our screens. And they're just like, oh, this is the life that I want. People do not really know how much sacrifice goes into being an actual
I'm
actor
telling
that gets.
you.
I feel like you guys do a lot, honestly. Tell us about your parents. Were they receptive and supportive of your career as an actor?
Hey. The only person that ever supported me was my mom. My dad at first, when he said, how much are they paying you? That time I got my first small pay. I said, how much are they paying? I told him, like, sorry, are you hungry? Are you suffering? I don't know, sir. It was crazy. It was crazy. But I was writing tomorrow. I miss my mom. I had to keep her in peace. She died 2020. She kept on believing in me for a very long time and told me because I started this acting stuff. I started martial arts in school in Futo. I was in Taekwondo and all. So there was this guy who wanted to just film something with us. So he just came. That was the first time I knew what they call a camera in acting. He said, okay, come. He brought somebody in black belts, my friend Tochi, and then I was still in white belts. So he said, okay, come, let's just do something. So we did something, which till tomorrow I still watch it and I laugh when I was very slim, like one. I still laugh at myself, like, ah, guy, this is you. So we did that stuff, and from there I was like, oh, I think there's more to this. And I showed my mom the stuff. Then I had a laptop. I showed my mom. And she was like, she prayed for me, like, don't worry, you're going to go far. I ended mine in church. Your own is going to go far. So it pained me that the first job I ever did that was to show on African Magic family she couldn't watch it. So her sister that watched it and everybody all emotional, oh, tears and all. Yeah, so but now my dad he's saying things. His friends are not telling him, oh, I'm watching your son. I watched your son movie. I went to the cinema, your son was there, blah blah blah. So we're still finding it hard to believe. He wants to show that okay, fine, I'm making like 60 million, then you're not like, okay, fine, my son has arrived. So he's waiting for the 60 million to come. Yeah.
Would you say that acting is lucrative? Acting
Yeah,
as a
it is.
okay, absolutely. So you are
Yeah,
you are
it
you
is.
making you can do
At first. At first, the passion has to subdue your love for money. Do you understand? Because if you're not good at it, how would you make money from it?
something.
So you have to learn on the job first before you start making good money from it. You understand? So that's another side of it. When I got my first big money, man, when I came back home, we bought bag of rice, subscribe DSTV, the big one. Everyone was like, bro, how far come? What's happening? I said, the pay is it's getting better now. It's getting better.
You'll start to
Like
okay. So I'm going to go back to the bad boy situation. You
Oh,
see him. mind is a powerful place, right? And most of the
Yeah.
roles that you person is, that bad boy. And like they will say, girls like bad boys. I don't know. Me, I don't like bad boys. But the girls are attracted to bad boys. So how do you handle your female fans? That have the impression like, okay, I've seen this guy in the movie. He's like this. I like him tough, and all that. And they come at you, they're in your DM and everything. How do you handle these female fans and you remain focused on your job and you don't have scandals yet? Because I've not seen any.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the joy of it, man. The truth is, it's something like it's all about the I call it it's God because it's not all about man. Everybody falls, it's God, and there's the way God works. I'm sorry, I'm trying to. I'm sure I'm going to be saying this on live. There was this person that was like, let's see, come on. Okay, there was time somebody came when I did Brotherhood. I played a role in Brotherhood. So the person was like, come, let's go to the cinema together to watch it together. I loved it. I was like, God, fun. And a friend of mine, I also didn't get far more. Person saying what carry me come out to go watch my film. And the first thing he told me is, what are you going there for? Do you think that it's just the film this person is wanting? Are you ready for what? Are you ready for the backstory that will come out from this nonsense? And when
Questions.
he told me, yeah, yeah, it comes with a lot of stuff that you might not even be ready to handle. So I told him, okay, fine, let me just cancel. When I canceled, the person's mindset was very different. You understand? So there's this thing. Why am I saying this? Is this God has been helping me. It's not that maybe it's all me, like, man, no, tough guy. No, there are things, the kind of, sorry, God forgive, but the kind of people is creating these days. It just takes the grace of God. And then when you remember where you're coming from,
True.
I remember where I'm coming from, and my younger ones are there. They're watching every move I make. You understand? I don't want to give them the wrong impression about me. Everybody has a bad side. Everybody has lived the wrong side of life. So now you're trying to pursue something different. You have to make them see something different about you. You understand? Because my younger ones, are people that are like, okay, fine. Let me show you the mistake my brother is trying to make. Like if they see me smoking on TV, they will like the comment and they'll like the post and they'll go and comment. They'll put actually kind of like saluting sign. Fine. Because when they want to do such, yeah, because when they want to do something, I'll tell them, guy, that's not a good life. Stop it. You understand?
Yeah.
So when they don't see me do it on TV, they'll just like and comment like, hey, bad guy. So every day by day, when you know people are looking at you, and
Absolutely.
in my estate too, I have this good reputation about myself, which I don't tend to want to jeopardize, you understand? So yeah, it's all God's grace and discipline. Man, discipline is hard though, because they say waiting they make things happen a state of mind.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
understand? It's always a state of mind. It's not just all about, man, I'm disciplined. No, it's state of mind. So when it's coming, I try to follow it with something else. I'm always busy, and I thank God for that. Because I'm not busy, maybe by now stand up for the entire. So God, please keep making me busy. God bless you, Lord. Yeah.
Right. That's good to hear. Tell us about the actors that you have been on set with that you're excited about that made you feel like you made it.
There are many of them, and most of them have been AMVC's nominee and winners. I'll start with Blossom Chukwujeku. That guy is something else. Like he's somebody that I look up to. There was a time I was on a shoot with him. So we finished around 2 a.m. So they were telling me, sir, we have to go back to Aja. And I told them, I can't go back to Aja. From here to my house is closer. So, and they were saying, okay, sir, we'll try and see what we do. And before I could know what's happening, Blossom just called me to his car. I was like, okay, fine. Bro, see, this back and forth with him, just leave it. How much is your hotel talking about? I told him. He said, okay, fine. He gave me the money and I went to pay. I was like, ah. Then the time came, we're still shooting again. He said, these glasses looks good on you. He gave me a glasses. He said, this glasses look good on you. And that's the first time I'm having this kind of calm glasses. I was like, sir, I'm not a calm guy. You're like, guy, this glass looks good on you. And he gave it to me free. I was like, oh. Then I just said, okay, fine. God is trying to tell me something. This job is going somewhere. Then Toby Bakri. Toby the same thing. I was going for a job. And after we finished shooting Slum King, we're heading home. Same bro, and I branched my side. I branched his side and we were together. We had a couple of drinks. He gave me some big insight to the industry. And there was something he told me which I do these days and I'm really enjoying it. Then Bucci Franklin, that one. No go area. I saw the stuff with him on the Merry Men and all. I was like, okay. Now the thing about this is God is just faithful. He keeps on giving me people that would upgrade my character and my career in life. He has not given me somebody and Kelechi Udegbe. Then that guy told me he made me to understand that being down to earth will not make you lose focus in life.
Mm,
Being down to earth will not make you lose focus in life because when you're all about the high and mighty, you will lose focus.
yeah.
When you're all about some people are getting cars on they are paying instrumental every day because why they want to live with the high and mighty. Some people want to go to clubs and they shout, oh, Nollywood actor, and they are not the money they did there yet. Sure, you get. So it's all about having people that will make you come down to earth, groom you the way you're meant to be groomed. So Blossom, Toby, Bucci Franklin, Kelechi Degbe, these are my fine guys. They give me the
Okay.
best of life.
Who are the
And
people that?
Uzo is my G for life. Uzo
Oh,
Arope,
okay.
my G for life.
Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Fantastic actors that you mentioned. So, who are those actors in Nigeria that you look forward to working with, and you'll be excited to be on the same set with them?
Ah, Sam Dede. Sam Dede is
Like
like they say
you
something. People tell me
like some Diddy.
exactly. I was on a job called Sex for Max, and they gave me a role. And the next thing they said was like, this was I've forgotten his director's name. He was like, no, you play Sam Dede's younger version. I'm like, sir, no. I said even Sam Dede said saying I'm going to play his younger version. I did a monologue. I put it on my page. And somebody said, Sam Dede, and he came, he commented on it. Wow, nice, nice. I was like, Daddy, I want to work with you personally, man. Not from afar. Maybe if I'm on set today, he would have left. Or
Okay.
when I'm around, he'll be on his way coming. So stuff like that. We've not had that movement
Encounter.
together. Yeah, encounter together. So Sam Dede, Chidi Mokeme, this bad guy Chidi Mokeme, not the lover boy Chidi Mokeme we know.
Yeah, the
I'm
bad
in love
one.
with this season here. The bad guy Chidi Mokeme.
Why do you want to work with
There's one thing about each characters we do in our life. There's an upgrade to it.
them? So,
You understand? And they say what works for you, keep working towards it. They said when you're drilling and you're seeing gold, keep following that route to your gold. You understand? So that's what I have been doing. Following my roots to gold. So Chidimokeme's bad boy road, if you check very well, him being on Slunking, for example, is another part of it. I mean, sorry,
absolutely.
and Shantytown. Sorry, Slunking in my mind too much. Shantytown road, man. I saw a different type of that guy. It was a very big role for me. That
Shanty
Sambide, is that?
Town, a movie in its own class. And what did
And hope you know is the same producer, it's the same producer that produced Slunking.
you okay? I just feel like
Yeah, Chichimora. So big up, shout out to Chichimora. Yeah, she's the
that
one. She's the of Shantytown and now Slum King. So Chidimokeme won. Um, Sam Dede too. Then let's say give or take, King of Boys. I'm sorry, Mama, I want to work with you. So that's what I man. The woman's vibe is something else. Just only hearing her voice alone, man. I'm ginger to want to even fight for her. Yeah.
okay, fantastic, fantastic. So, have you ever been in a scenario where you are on set and the person you have been casted with, you guys are not really like vibing? How do you handle those kind of situations? For example, if it's supposed to be a romantic scene with a female and it's not somebody you vibe with outside set, how do you handle it? Is it always easy? Like, do you have challenges, aligning with the role? Does it affect your delivery? Tell us about your experience.
Oh, okay. In terms of that, well, the experience has been nice because I'm a very jovial guy. I'm a very jovial
Okay.
person. So when I find out, okay, this is the role you're playing, you're gonna be having this romantic time with this person, when I come on set, I'll start playing with you. How you doing? Fine. What's up? How's everything going? I'll just come into your life. And from coming into your life, oh man, how you start this romance will be, start talking about it in a playful manner. And before you know what's happening, there's a connection there already. Sometimes I try to create that connection till the very end. And after the job, then the connection is over. Do you understand?
Own.
But yeah, it has to be over now. Come on. If you take it too far, that's a problem. So you play, you smile, you laugh, you make them understand, they make you understand what they're comfortable with and what they're not comfortable with. So I sometimes I end up like, okay, fine, we won't talk. Okay, where can I hold you that you won't be okay, you'll be okay with, and where can I hold you that you will not be happy with? So you tell me, oh, fine, this place is okay, yeah, it's fine, it's okay, man. I like your considerations, that's fine. So that's how we work.
So connection is very important in acting.
Very necessary, very. Like my gangs, for example, now in Slum King, my gangs. Okay, tomorrow they like I was on the set one day, one of them just came, he met me, was like, I was like, "Jack, where did you learn it from? That Ambrose, I think your gang." And I was like, you try to carry everybody along because there's a reason why everybody is in your scene. You understand? Every scene you eventually find yourself in, there's a reason why everybody's in that scene. So you need to carry everybody along. So if you don't have that connection with them, when you're saying something and they're saying something different, you guys will not flow.
True.
You understand? Yeah, so that's just it.
Okay, tell us your worst audition experience that you've ever had and you don't want to have again.
I think the experience would be there was this audition I went for and I did well the first time. Then the second time, I swear to God, I was very hungry, very hungry. I was thinking, man, let me just finish and I'll go eat. So when I got there, man, the lines were now, I was now about losing the lines, man. Bang, 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 bang. I was just doing the lines here and there. And I felt really bad because the lady I was acting with, she came all the way from Anambra State. And I messed up her audition and I felt really bad. To the extent that when we finished, I didn't even wait to tell my friends, guy, how far, all the best. I ran away. I didn't want the girl to
Couldn't.
see me. I ran to one tree. No, I just ran. I left quickly because I didn't want the girl to say, "Oh, it's all your fault" or something. I was just battling with my mind. God was God, please let them call this girl, please. Let it not be my mistake that will make them not call this girl. So every day of my life, I still keep having that in my mind. And whenever I'm on any audition and I'm being paired with somebody, I make sure I give my 100. If I'm hungry, I'll go out there and eat first before doing anything. So I don't make the same mistakes I made before.
Okay. Anthony, is sex for roles a reality in Nollywood? Is it really happening or is just something people talk?
Um, there's one thing I tell people is this: breeze the pass.
On
Breeze the pass. You understand? So I'm somebody that I haven't seen, and we hear, and when we hear, we just smile about it like, oh, okay. Oh." But the truth is this: they said, what if it's not working? If it's not working, it will keep being this rampant. If girls are not, I don't know, I don't want to say anything because one will be live and I don't want to say something that will make somebody come back for me or something. So the thing is this, sex for run, I don't know.
you don't
And
know.
sex for run, and the hear
It
am.
does. Thank you. Most about acting. What do you enjoy the most about your career?
Oh, what I enjoy most about my career is me doing what I've always wanted to do. You understand? It's a thing of joy whereby you see yourself living your dream. Yes, I know the money too, it's there. Yes, we need to make money, pay bills, rent, NEPA bill, and the rest of it. But living your dream matters. What you enjoy doing. I enjoy doing this. You understand? I've done businesses, I've done things, and I wasn't feeling fulfillment in them. But when I am on set, I feel this fulfillment. Like I've been on set before from 4 p.m. till 8 a.m. in the morning. We were on set, no sleeping. Yeah. And from there, I was making two jobs together. So immediately from there, I spoke to a few of my instructors. I said, guy, I've been there before. Go. I went on set and God being so kind to just one scene I had that day. After the scene, I went into the costumier's room. I was sleeping. I was even snoring. So the lady was like, she understands. She understands. Just take it easy. You understand. So yeah, it's
That
it's a thing of joy.
yeah. Okay, so this is very important. I need to ask this question, which is that we are talking acting beyond passion. You know that anything you want to do, people always tell you, "Oh, just have the passion, just have the passion." What we're talking
Yeah.
about today is, and apart from passion that everybody talks about, what is that thing that is going to make you prominent, relevant, effective as an actor, apart from your passion? So acting beyond passion. Apparently, it's not only passion that brought you here today. It's not only passion
No,
that
no,
to
that's fine.
make you somebody that when people think of a certain role, they can say, okay, let's call Anthony. He's going to interpret it amazingly. What have you put into your career apart from that?
Okay. Now, first things first, all the things you said were correct. Now, the thing is this. First things first is you have to be you have to be good at it. You have to be good, so good at it, like so damn good at it. And secondly, you don't have to give up. Listen, I tell people things like, for example, the role I played in some jobs, I got there were like 2,000 people that came for the audition. Yeah, we're 2,000. At the end of the day, after the whole 2,000 people came, only few were chosen. Now, I was telling my and when I came there, that I was hearing a lot from people. Oh, I flew in. Oh, I did this. Oh, I did that. And in my own case, I was like, ah, guy, I just here at this still. I just came here. God, please let me among those who pick. So it's all about not. I always tell my friends when we go for audition, I tell them, see, when you buy beans, you're being given beans and birds and weevils. But what you will eat at the end of the day is the beans. You're not eating the weevils and you're not eating the dirt. You will surely separate them both before you eat. So always have in the mindset that wherever audition you are going to be among the beans that these audition people want to buy. Now, be among those of the separated that they will want to eat from, not those that they will throw away and say we don't want to eat from them. You have to be persistent. You have to be consistent. You have to keep reading. You have to keep going for if you check my YouTube downloads, it's all about how to understand script, how to memorize lines, how to be a good actor. I always have that in my YouTube always. I always go out there to try to get myself better than ever. So if you think maybe probably the way I still act is I'll keep acting, my guy, it might end up not being what they might want. I've been in a situation whereby I was this early mad, and somebody comes and he says, no, I don't want a shouty guy. I want you to be calm. And I'm like, come, are you mad? That's what they want. Do you get? So sometimes you just have to do your homework yourself before you get there. Passion is good. Everybody has passion. But sometimes you might get frustrated. I remember when I went for a job, I couldn't deliver my lines, of which I just finished watching the director's film. See, tomorrow is always on my mind. I went for the job, I couldn't deliver my lines well, and I felt really bad. And when I went home, I didn't sleep. I was working out, working, downloaded scripts, printed it. I was reading, trying to make sure that I don't make the same mistake again. So yeah, it goes above passion. One, you have to trust God. You have to have retentive memory. You have to be able to see beyond what people are seeing. You have to see above the whole 2,000 crowd coming from one audition. Think of yourself as, man, I'm going to be among the lucky people they will pick. And when you go for auditions and you don't get them, please don't feel bad. Don't. Some people, when they miss out on the auditions, they feel bad. Like, oh God, how long will I keep doing this? Some people have gone for like 20 auditions and they don't get called back and they feel like, okay, fine, it's not it. Bro, it's just the devil trying to tell you it's not time for you to give up. Give up. They want you to give up. But if you don't give up, you'll be so shocked that the last one you will do can be what God has in stock for you. Yeah.
So if you're not acting, you're not on set, you're not, you know, doing your normal work. What do you do apart from acting? Where
Okay,
else can we?
all right, fine. I have a brand. It's called Minds Nation. Minds Nation has it's almost like this. It has a scar, like claws of a lion. sharing in
Okay.
between. So it's more of like my kind of foundation to my people. Like from I grew up in Ajegula, so I try to fight tooth and nail to make sure that I do things for people. You understand? Whereby I've seen plumbers like in my area, you see plumbers, you see people with handiworks, and they just feel like the small 2K, 3K they're getting is all that's where it all ends. But I have a friend who is a plumber. He continued learning, and today that was like was it not last 2 months? They called him to an estate and told him to do the plumbing job in that full estate. Today he's in his own house, he has his own
That
car,
would
he's doing it for himself. So most times I try to motivate people. You know, back then when I was young, we always have this mindset: if you get mind, cross here. If you get mind, touch me. So I got to understand that everything works with the mind. It's all about the mind. So that's why I call it mind's nation. So if you don't have the mind to move to the next step, what makes you think you'll go further than this? You understand? So that's just me. Some women who've been raped, some people who have 1 or 2 cases and they feel like, man, people will not want to associate with me because of 1 or 2 things I've been on. So like me bringing up the Minds Nation is all about let's do something great. Despite the scars you have in you, despite the bad background you have in the back of you, you can still do something better with your life.
fantastic. That's amazing. So, final advice you want to give any young person out there that wants to be an actor that you inspire daily and they look at you and like, oh, one day I'll be like this guy. What would you like to say?
It's just very simple. Trust God.
Trust
Like
God.
yeah, just trust God. That's number one thing I tell people. You might have the talent, but if God's hand is not on it, my dear, you know go far. It's just God. Most people that are telling today, man, it's all hard work. Man, yes, hard work is there, but if God's hand is not from the beginning, it's crazy. You won't go far. So first is first, make sure you put God at the center of it all. Then after that, work on bettering yourself, your communication skills, the way you speak, how you can interpret roles better. Because you can't just be there saying you want to be good, and you maybe some people confuse acting on screen with stage acting.
True.
There's a big difference. Stage acting is different from on-screen acting. So you have to be able to understand what on-screen acting is and what stage acting is. So first things first, know God. Second, keep doing your homework. YouTube is there. YouTube is there for everybody. Then also, if possible, go for an acting class. There are ones sponsored by Lagos government. I think it's Ebony Life Academy. There's African Film Academy. There's Gary York. There are most of them there. So enroll to a film school, and most of them are free because sponsored by Lagos State government. So they're free, so you can enroll for them for now. So yeah, and from there too, you get insights. You kill your fear of facing crowd. Most people have that fear. They are good. When they just turn and they see cameraman, lights, costumier, sound, makeup are behind them,
On.
and maybe they're acting. So some people can't start struck. Maybe they're acting with the star. Action. It's gone.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
So you have to learn how to. That's why I told you I do my homework. In the sense of if I'm acting with somebody like, for example, Olu Jacobs, I will go and look at how Olu Jacob acts. So that when he's doing those things, it's like audition. Don't worry, daddy, I don't answer the act. Don't worry, nothing.
Eh,
I don't buy that get it. Yeah. So yeah,
prepare
just
your,
do your homework.
that's amazing. So I want to ask you if an serious question before you go. What's your favorite food?
Yes, that question is crazy at the same time because if I tell you my problem is I get bread and tea.
What's your favorite food?
I get bread and tea.
Agege bread and tea.
Yeah, soft one, not only sliced bread, soft agigi
What
bread. I don't
bakery?
have label. Eh?
Wow. Wow.
I look forward to
That
owning
is
the bakery shop. Yeah.
you don't eat swallow. That's strange oh, for
No,
someone like you.
swallow is there now, but trust me, I give you bread. Have you ever touched that soft bread? Ah,
Wow.
yeah.
Uh, of today's Inside Nollywood Conversations. I've been talking to Anthony Nwahiri. He's a fantastic Nollywood actor that has been doing amazing, amazing job in the industry. Before you go, tell us your social media platforms so that we can follow you and be a part of your projects.
All right. Instagram, Anthony underscore Nwahiri. Facebook, Anthony T Mans Nwahiri. Twitter, Anthony underscore Nwahiri. LinkedIn, my full name, Anthony Nwahiri. Yeah. Please follow me. I promise you, with prayers and your backup in prayer for me, more jobs will come. And you keep knowing me better and better. AMVCA, Oscar, Yodin.
Amen. That sounds.
Amen.
All right, guys. Thank you. I look forward to talking to you next week. Join us every week. We'll bring you amazing shows on the platform Inside Nollywood. We'll bring you Nollywood Deal Makers. We'll bring you the Twitter show, which is the X Show. Follow us on all our social media platforms because we promise to bring you amazing people like the person we just brought you today. So, guys, I look forward to talking to you next week. Bye bye. Tell us bye bye,
Bye.
Anthony.
Bye. Thank
It
you very much. God bless you all. Thank you.
was fun talking to you.
You too, man. God bless you.